This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Competition, Jeff Gordon has moved to the front of the field. Now with 7 laps out of 38 completed in IROC 23, race number 2. And the caution flag is out. At the bottom of your screen, you see a car slowly going into the garage area. That is Dale Earnhardt Jr., and a huge puff of smoke is put in there.
Yeah, well, I think you're having a bad year, or it's not a good sign when you blow up an IROC car, because these things are just about bulletproof. They're not, they just don't make that kind of power, so they shouldn't really have a problem.
There's a replay. Earnhardt Jr. is in the red car on the bottom of the racetrack, and all of a sudden we see that telltale sign of smoke, and luckily the other car is able to go by.
Yeah, they just kind of split him. I guess they saw that smoke like we did.
I don't think he knew that Mark Martin or Adrian Fernandez was there.
I think that everybody was a little bit excited about that car just slowing down all at once.
Now that could have been huge.
Could have been.
That puts Dale Earnhardt up in the 2nd position, and now a battle in the back of this line between Fernandez and Breck. Jerry Punch.
It is not a tire for the Kurt Winston Cup points leader. Jeff Burton says the car just shut off coming down the backstretch. So apparently they're looking for the ignition problem. He has the window net getting ready to put it back up. They have found the wire. It looks like on the right side of the engine, part of the wiring harness may have vibrated loose. They're going to try to reconnect the harness back into the coil area, and hopefully we'll be able to get Jeff Burton back on the racetrack. What a tough break for the current Winston Cup point leader.
I got to tell you, that's an incredible job on the other driver's part. That car just quit running right up in the middle of the pack, and nobody hit him. And I mean, there was a lot of evasive action, but nobody run into him. That tells you how quick these guys react.
They're up to 184 miles an hour now for speed. Fastest lap last time was turned by the leader of the race, Rusty Wallace, at 4.6.
Now, you think Dale Jarrett explains to the IROC people when the race is over with, he was leading the race, and at the end of the race here, he's going to be almost, he's about to get lapped. How do you explain that? You had a bad car? I guess.
Something was amiss. There's no doubt about that.
Must have been.
But right now, these guys talk about playing cards, and they're checking their whole card, what, about 3 or 4 times a lap?
Yep. Getting down to it, buddy. We've got, there'll be 32 this turn by. 6 to go.
Wallace continues to lead. We're on board with Jeff Gordon, who was back in 6th position. Just ahead of him is Adrian Fernandez.
The gold car is Rusty Wallace. I don't think right now that anybody can pull out and pass. I think they have to wait for someone else to pull out and then go with them.
See, that's what happens. You know, you talk about drafting partners, all that stuff. You make a move here and hope the guys behind you think that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's when you get a drafting partner. Well, that's a good move. I'll go with you.
But if they think it's a bad
Oh,
move,
they'll go with the other guy, and then you're left hung out to dry.
exactly. And right now, Dale Earnhardt, I think he just waited that last lap.
I think he's fallen back one time, and he ain't going to let that happen again. That dog ain't going to bite.
Well, he was running in 2nd spot on the last lap of the race at Daytona and pulled off a active pass on Mark Martin and won in round 1 of IROC 23. See what happens here in the closing stages of the 2nd race. 33 laps completed. We've got 5 to go.
Tell you one thing, Rusty Wallace will not roll over. I mean, I don't know if he may roll over. He has here before, but I mean, he's not going to be easy to pass.
No, that's for sure.
Bobby Labonte running back there in 3rd. Mark Martin is 4th. Fernandez 5th. Gordon, Breck, Cheever, and Moore are the top 9. Jarrett's out of the draft. Burton's down a lap, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is out of the race.
This is kind of looks like a normal Winston Cup race. Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt right behind him. Bobby Labonte's back there. Mark Martin's back there.
A little heat race, a little warm-up for tomorrow.
A little warm-up, exactly. Go by, complete another lap. 4 laps to go.
And you know the thing about Talladega, as everybody knows, the start-finish line is way down here close to the first turn.
Now look at Earnhardt. He took a look to the inside of Wallace coming off the corner, but drops back behind him. Well, it looked like he may have had ideas.
I can tell you one thing, Dale Earnhardt has had one hand in the air quite a bit these last few laps. directing the guys behind him. He's real notorious for that. If you try to pass him right now, he'd probably shake his fist at you. That would not be good.
Now's not the time to pass.
No, sir. On board with Dale Earnhardt.
So Jeff Burton back on the racetrack, just move over, let all these cars go by, racing for position.
3 to go.
Ever so gently, easing on that wheel, not fighting with that car, just being as smooth as you possibly can. And if you see the big tachometer there in the middle of the dash, never moves, stays right on, what does that look like, Vinny? 7,000, it never moves. Listen to that engine, it stays the same all the way around the racetrack. Sweet little sound, and the wheels humming along. We're going to give buck drafting a whole new meaning here in just a little bit more time, a couple more laps.
2 more.
The fans are on their feet. They're anticipating something's going to happen here.
They're on their feet because they know something is going to happen. They don't know what. And we don't know what, but something is going to happen.
They will not finish nose to tail as they are running right now. Somebody's going to make a move, and somebody is going to go with him.
What I like about this place over this joint is that the line is way down here toward the first turn. You don't have it won like you do at Daytona when you get under somebody off the turn 4. You got to earn it here, buddy. And they'll be 4 wide come this time.
All right, they're in the banking between turns 3 and 4.
I don't know about you, Benny, but my hands are sweating.
Yes.
Okay, they're going to get a white flag. Here we go. 1 more lap to go.
Here we go.
Come down.
All right, everybody.
And here we go.
Here
The
comes Gordon.
shuffle is happening. Lap to go. White flag out. Let's see what happens.
Gordon wanted to get by Fernandez, but he doesn't know what to do.
Mark Martin takes over the 3rd spot.
Here comes Mark. You know, he knows what to do. Right now, what I think Jeff Gordon's trying to get himself in the position to be with the Winston Cup drivers. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, Kenny Breck is on his back bumper trying to come along with him. Boy, they snake down the backstretch with everybody trying to protect his position.
Didn't even give a signal. I mean, just turned dead left.
Wallace still has the lead. Earnhardt is right on his back bumper, and Mark Martin is third. Let's see what happens as they come off the banking onto the tri-oval. Who's it going to be?
It ain't over, folks, till they get way down here.
Here comes Earnhardt on the outside. They come to the line, and they're side by side. He's got it. Play on the track. He's got it. Earnhardt wins it.
I am telling you. You have to admit, that was a masterful job.
Second win of the year for Earnhardt.
How you explain that, Benny? How you explain it?
I have no words for you, DW.
Started last, and once again on the last lap makes the pass and pulls it off.
Man, oh man. He knows something about this draft.
I'm telling you the truth.
Dale Earnhardt wins the True Value IROC Race 2 of IROC 23 at Talladega.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a special presentation of ABC Sports.